have just a couple of tips for that. Copyright.gov is the website that anyone can go to purchase a copyright. And for a single book, it is $55. You do have to have the book finished. Now, I'll be honest, they're not so very strict on that, because before BJ's Big Dream, my first children's book became BJ's Big Dream, it was BJ's Big Dream of having dreadlocks, I think, and that was before I was smart enough to know you don't call them dreadlocks, they're locks, they're not dreadlocks, because there's nothing to dread, that's somebody else's language. So anyway, the name was changed, but it was submitted under the first title that I had. So anyway, as long as the manuscript is recognizable, that it's pretty much the same book, it's okay if you've made some changes throughout that, but you do have to upload a copy of it. And if you upload it with pictures in it, then you have to explain, did you draw those pictures? Did you have someone else draw those? Did they give you permission? Is it a written agreement? Is it a contract? Is it an artist for hire situation? So just be prepared to answer all of that when you get to copyright.gov.
Just to quickly interject, they did that with me and Brooks's artwork. So I got an email from copyright.gov, and they pretty much asked me, so are you the owner of these illustrations, or who's the illustrator, and we need their information so that we can address them and give them credit as such. So if you're gonna take claim to the whole book, you could do that, but you really do need to be fair to the person who illustrated it if it wasn't you authoring the book as well.
That's a question about that. I know, when we do music, you pay a musician to play on the record. That is yours, because you paid for it, and they played it, it was a service for hire. Is it the same way with illustrations? So once they illustrate, you can then claim, or pay the person, you can then claim it to be your
You can own them.
Yes.
Right.
Is that some type of agreement that needs to happen between you and the illustrator, or is that just
Definitely.
like a known thing?
That's a question to ask.
That is a good question, and that's sort of why they reached out to me, because when I had originally submitted the work, it had Brooks as the illustrator, it had me as the author, but